And if we touch these two tops and continuation of it, we got support really good in here. And there's a good chance that we go down, get another support and start going higher. This chart can show us the top for this Bitcoin cycle. We're going to review this chart. I found it very interesting that we should actually analyze this chart and see how much it makes sense. Does it make sense at all? And you guys are going to judge it in the comment section. And thank you guys so much for your support. The last video got almost 2,000 views, and that is a very nice milestone for me. And thank you guys, it got 200 likes. That is a lot. I would appreciate if you guys give me the same amount of likes, even more. I would appreciate it. The YouTube algorithm would notice this, and that's why it pushed to more people, and we got a lot of new subscribers. Thank you guys for your support, and welcome to this new subscribers. We're gonna review this chart, and I think it's really interesting to talk about it, and I think it kind of makes sense to really take this seriously. And we're gonna go over USDT. I have been sending you guys updates in the free Telegram group. If you guys haven't joined yet, go on and join. I've been sending you guys the direction of the market, exactly the way it has been moving. I have been showing you guys the tops and bottoms. So if you guys have been following me, you guys know that I have been calling a lot of the direction of the Bitcoin. So I am going to talk about the direction and what can the bullish and bearish scenarios. But we are, again, guys, I am still telling you guys, we need to stay strong. I know we have been waiting for too long for this cycle because we hit the all-time high very soon, and too soon. Before the halving, we hit the new milestone, and it made the expectation of us to go higher for this cycle, and we were thinking that we're going to go higher. But I still let you guys know by reading the USDT chart and how every time USDT goes down, BTC and crypto goes up. I have been showing you guys the bottom for USDT and how we started crashing for BTC, and we have not gone back up. But still, I'm repeating this. This movement of USDT is a rising wedge, and it is bearish for USDT, and it's going to be bullish for Bitcoin. But we might see another drop for Bitcoin, and we're going to talk about on how hard we can go. And there is a good possibility that I actually was looking at this movement, this wave, and it looks very similar to what happened in the last bull market and the bear market that we had. Actually, the drop that we had and started going back up. I'm going to show you the similarities, and you guys can be the judge. Of course, not every movement are going to be the same, but I'm just going to show you guys the resistance and support levels, and you guys can judge it. But it's still, we are seeing bullishness for Bitcoin, although we've been going down. And I called it because I said that weekly candle closed bearish, and this candle can maximum stay above here, or start dropping. And we still see that. I have been showing you guys how it makes sense that USDT, it was bullish, so BTC was going to be bearish. Okay, so if you guys have been subscribed to me, you can see the direction how I have been showing you guys from 2011. Let's just consider every line in here and see how we can guess the top for Bitcoin. It's going to be a prediction video, but it's not going to be 100%. We do not know, but it kind of makes sense because you guys see that in 2011, Bitcoin went from 40 cents up to the top was almost around, let's just zoom out. I want to zoom in so you guys can see it better, but we can just consider it around $60 as its top. Right? So $60 what was the first stop, and then we had a lot of crash in 2012 and 2013. It started going higher up to 2014, right? The 2014 top was around $1,200. And you guys see that we had a lot more ROI for BTC than this top to this top, right? The higher the Bitcoin's market cap is, the less ROI it is giving. Okay, so that's why we have to be unbiased here, guys. Okay, I'm repeating, I would like Bitcoin to go up to $1 million, but a lot of the YouTubers have been calling for hundreds of thousands of dollars for many cycles, and we still haven't seen it yet. So let's just be logic here. We are all in the same situation together. So let's just be a huge team together in this channel, and let's just talk about the different scenarios and what are the possibilities. Okay. So the more time goes, the tops are closer to each other. Okay, so that's why I am expecting that we're not going to go to 200, $300,000 for this cycle, because there would be a huge gap between how our tops are moving for BTC and how crazy the move would be if we go to 200, $300,000. Okay, and if you guys remember, if you do not know, I have showed you guys this USDT that every time we hit this white line, we do not go lower. So to be able to see 200, $300,000, guys, we need to keep dropping to see that much money pouring in. In the last bull market, we reviewed in one of my videos that how we had a lot of altcoins rallying, and Bitcoin, this is literally the opposite of how Bitcoin was moving in the last bull market, and the altcoins, of course. But at this time, we need to see that we are not that far, but it's still we have a lot to go to get to this line, and that will be where I'm gonna get out. Okay, but if you really want to talk about this, it has been, and every time when we get to these green lines, we are almost bottoming around that level. Okay, these two lines, you guys see that it is kind of going almost together, right? Parallel, not parallel, but like together, right? Almost the same distance together. So you guys see that the waves are getting smaller and smaller. So it really makes sense to me that we shouldn't really see more than 150 to more than $200,000 for this bull cycle for Bitcoin's price. Okay, so and you see that if we continue to this line, we can see that this makes sense. We had support in here, we had support in here, we had support in here, and we had rejection in here. Okay, you can see that we dropped and it started even going lower for this bear market that we were going, and we bottomed around $16,000, 15,500 ish, right? So we are almost around this area, around $60,000. We have gone to 73, 500, 700 ish, but we can still go higher, right? And timing wise, guys, we can still go higher because we are almost around here already. So the longer the time goes, we can still make it a little bit higher high. So I would still give it to $150,000 for this top. Okay, but again, we need to, at the same time, because you guys have been following me, and every time I have been calling something and it has been happening, that's why we're not gonna really jump into deciding that where the top is going to be. This is just something that I wanted as an analyzer, as an engineer who loves analyzing stuff. I would like to just show this to you guys so I can see what your opinion is in the comment section. Okay, and thank you guys so much. Please give this video a thumbs up. I'm putting this time for you guys. I'm spending this time and these videos out for you so you guys can get help to decide for yourself. Okay, now let's go to 4-hour chart and let's look at what can be the next move for BTC. So I called this top for USDT dominance, and I said there's a good chance that we're gonna go down to get support from lower. Okay, and I was having this line to be the support. Okay, but it went a little bit lower than I was expecting. That's why BTC went, let's just go to daily. And so that's why I was expecting to start dropping from this red candle to lower, but we went a little bit higher. That's why USDT went a little bit lower, right? So you guys see how beautiful the correlation, opposite correlation is between USDT and BTC. So, but it's still, I said that there's a good chance that we're gonna get bottomed for USDT and start going higher, which happened again, right? So we exactly called this too, and we have been dropping. Again, I'm letting you guys know, I'm expecting to go touch this yellow line one more time, the same way we had touched it before. Okay, let's hope that it's gonna be a double top for USDT here and it go down. But it's still, I think that we have gotten enough support for USDT to keep going higher to hit the next resistance. So we already called this. I'm gonna show you guys. We already called this top, where I said that around this first wave that is closer to this wave, we're going to most likely get rejected. So that was the temporary BTC bottom for here around this area, right? And then we started dropping. We dropped a little bit more than I was thinking, but it's still the same movement. I was thinking that eventually we were going to go to touch this wave this time, right? So again, although I have been saying that there's a good chance that we're going to go to $58,000, we can go down to even 57, 56, 500-ish, okay? I'm going to show you guys around this level, I am seeing a lot of support, okay? A lot of good support in here, which can take us back down to $58,000. Maximum, like the lowest point, hopefully is 57,500 or $57,000, okay? And even if we want to confirm it in the weekly chart, that will be where BTC will go back down to hit this red candle's body, okay? So if we put it back up here on this area, that will be almost around, can go a little bit lower, $57,000, okay? So this can be a top, and we are looking at cup and handle. Everybody is talking about cup and handle pattern, which I do not disagree because it looks like a cup and handle. We are on the handle and most likely we're going to break up soon. But how high we can go, we just talked about that, right? And in my previous videos, I already talked more about it. So go ahead and subscribe if you appreciate this kind of content. This team is getting bigger. Honestly, this channel deserves more likes and more subscribers because we've been talking and we've been nailing it. We've been nailing the latest movements since we hit the all-time high. And you guys can go back and watch any of my videos that you want, and you can judge it yourself. But again, worst case scenario, USDT. And I'm going to talk about how I see similarities. Just pay attention to this movement. This movement that you guys see went up. It kind of did a head and shoulder, right? This is the shoulder, this is the shoulder, and this is the head, right? So this is the head, shoulder, shoulder, right? So if you want to look at the weekly chart for BTC, it looks very similar. We had this kind of a head and shoulder, and this is the head, shoulder, shoulder, and we went and we got rejected around this level and started dropping, right? So the same deal almost. So we had another rejection. Actually, we can consider this as one of the shoulders, right? For example, around this area, we can see just it's not exactly, we're just looking at how similar they can look, right? And this is the rejection we see. So we can consider the same thing for here, right? So one, and the second shoulder, and this is another one that went back to up to that level almost, and it started going down. So this is almost the same thing, right? It's not exactly, but it looks very similar. And then we started going down, we went lower, we bottomed, it started going higher, we got rejected one time, got more support, and started going higher. So same thing almost. We dropped down, we got support, we started going higher, we got rejected many times, started going higher to the same level, right? The first level of the rejection, which will be almost this area, okay? First, we got rejected around this area, so I am still expecting to go back up to this level. Then we have to see that hopefully, it's not gonna be same as what is happening in here for USDT. This is the USDT. Remember, we want USDT to go down in dominance in order to pump BTC, right? So you guys, I am hoping that this white or whatever the color is, the cream color would be the scenario that we're going to see, not the blue one. The blue one would literally go back to its all-time high of USDT, right? And it would look like something like this. And we might go just sideways a little bit and even go higher, okay? We have been going within these two white lines, and I hope that we're going to stay the maximum drop we're going to get. We're going to go up to this level and not really 7%. 7% will bring us down, literally back down to $50,000. Okay, but as long as this is the algorithmic chart, okay, you can see that this is the algorithmic, and if we touch these two tops and continuation of it, we got support really good in here, and there's a good chance that we go down, get another support and start going higher. So that's why I'm giving it another 2, 3, 4 months for us to just go sideways. A boring one, I know, but eventually we're going to start going higher. And I showed you guys in the previous video how the dominance, BTC dominance, is looking, that we're going to most likely top around end of this year. Hopefully, it depends on how fast we get to that 60 to 65 even percent. 60 to 65% would be, I was telling you guys about 60 to 61%, but there's a good chance that we go sharp up for BTC dominance, and then we're going to see the rally for altcoin. So we are almost there. We just need to stay strong, guys. And I need to just let you know about the consequences of waiting all this time, okay? That's why you guys have been following me, and I have been showing you the direction of the market exactly, okay? I'm going to be wrong sometimes, just letting you know, but this is the scenario I'm looking at. So hopefully we're not going to see this blue one, to not see more further drops for BTC. Okay, the maximum would be hopefully down to $57,000, which I just showed you. So if this can look like a higher high, a successful close higher high. Hopefully the next weekly candle we're gonna see as green, and we're gonna keep going up. But it's still, I'm expecting a little bit more drop. Hopefully it's not gonna happen, but there is a possibility. We do not have a crystal ball here. Okay, so hopefully we're gonna look at almost a triple top for USDT, and we're gonna start going lower, which is, there's a possibility. Just look at how beautiful it would look if we see this cream wave, okay? Because we are almost around the same area that we've been getting rejected for USDT. That's why, which I have been calling it for a long time, okay? First we had this touch, then this touch. I said that this red line is gonna most likely reject. So that's why hopefully I'm giving it this scenario that cream one is gonna happen. And once we break below, guys, it's going to be so bullish, and we're going to hopefully see rally for altcoins. Okay. So again, this makes sense to me. And I'm not going to really look at the charts that are giving us top around like 500, 300, 400 top for this cycle's BTC, because we really need to look at how BTC has been performing for years, right? So as the time goes, as I said, we've been having lower highs because the market cap is getting bigger. I have explained how the price of the coins are calculated. You guys can do it yourself to see how BTC's price is the way it is right now. I have to repeat this every time for the new subscribers, because a lot of people think that crypto's price are just happening out of air. They do not know that simple math. So if you guys literally get your calculator out, you're going to see, if you divide this number or any of the market cap for any coin divided by its own circulating supply, so this divided by this, you would see, not maybe exactly because the numbers are keep changing, but you would see some number like this. And the same thing, you see that tether, this is dividing by this, it's going to be 1, because almost the same, they are the same numbers. So if you know this logic, guys, you're going to have to decide, you're going to have to be logical about what the top of Bitcoin is going to be. Okay, so I am really not expecting too high of a price for the cycle, and let's hope that USDT is going to top very soon and start going lower. Okay, but we're almost there. We're almost there. I'm the guy who is telling you, the person who has been bearish for a very long time, okay? So this is it. I'm gonna talk about more charts next time, guys. Something like this. We're gonna talk about a lot more charts. So make sure that you are staying tuned, and we're gonna go over those charts next time. Please like the video. Thank you for your support. Join the membership if you want to see what gems we are buying with our 30 members. I will see you next time. Peace.